For all the latest updates, subscribe to Newsline.
US President Donald Trump will host his first rally in months next week in Oklahoma. Trump also plans to visit 4 other states in the coming weeks as his campaign prepares to relaunch personal rallies. The first rally will take place in Tulsa, Oklahoma on June 19th. Ahead of a meeting with African American leaders at the White House, Trump said he also plans to visit Florida, North Carolina, Arizona, and Texas. US President Donald Trump said that he opposes any effort by the US to rename nearly a dozen major bases and installations that bear the names of Confederate military commanders. Army bases across the country have continued to bear the names of Confederate military commanders even amid intense external pressure to rename them. Donald Trump had joined calls for ceasefire in Libya amid concerns that Egypt would be willing to send group troops to prevent a rout of its ally Khalifa Haftar, the leader of forces in the east. Airstrikes and rocket attacks between 5th June and 8 June killed around 19 people. US President's surprise intervention comes amid fears of Egypt sending troops into Libya. Britain's housing market remains depressed despite a pickup in inquiries from people looking to buy houses. Estate agents are expecting a sharp increase in demand for homes with gardens over the next 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic. A survey shows housing market remains depressed with sales and prices falling in May. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development has warned that the UK is likely to be the hardest hit by COVID-19 among major economies. Britain's economy is likely to slump by 11.5% in 2020, slightly outstripping falls in countries such as Germany, France, Spain and Italy, it said. If there was a second peak in the pandemic, the UK economy could contract by as much as 14%. The UK government will be facing a possible legal action over exports of riot control equipment to US authorities amid concerns about police brutality following a wave of protests sparked by George Floyd's death. The claimant is trying to stop exports of tear gas and rubber bullets after reports of police brutality. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has repeatedly insisted that the government is taking the right measures at the right time to handle the crisis of the COVID-19 pandemic. UK has seen the death toll climb in the past couple of weeks. The British government has faced growing backlash over the strategy in handling the COVID-19 pandemic. Belgian prince who contracted COVID-19 after breaking lockdown rules in Spain has been fined over 10,000 euros. Prince Joachim was issued with a penalty for failing to observe a 14-day quarantine period after arriving in the country. The 28-year-old prince arrived in Spain for an internship on 24th May but attended a gathering in South Spain. As Spain saw new COVID-19 cases inch up for the second day in a row, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development said Spain's economy is the world's most susceptible to damage from a second wave of the pandemic. This past week, Spanish doctors diagnosed 167 COVID-19 cases according to the Ministry of Health data published.